All right, lads, we're back with training with the lads. This is another chipping drill that I've utilized over the years. It's a very simple one. I've got 10 yards or so, probably just a little bit over 10 yards, but there's a towel down. And everyone knows this drill, it's a landing drill. And I'll probably, typically in the past, I'll probably put down 10 balls, chip. Obviously I don't have 10 balls here, but what you want to do is you want to try and have 10 balls, chip, see how many you can get on. Now granted, if you're kind of newer to the game, you probably will want a larger landing area, so larger towel potentially. And you're just trying to see out of 10 balls how many balls you can get on. So I'll demonstrate real quick what I mean by that, because essentially when we chip, or when I chip, everyone uses different methods in the way they like to see the shot. I see the shot landing on a spot, so I'm a spot chipper. So I'll be able to, like if I'm looking at the pin that's just left of that towel, I'll be able to immediately pick where I want to land it. And okay, I'm doing my practice swings and I'm mimicking my practice swings to see how hard I need to hit that shot and get enough energy on the ball. And then I go in and try and recreate the practice swings to that spot. And there's guys that actually look at the hole and feel it that way. And there's different other ways of chipping methods that they use, but they're the main two chipping methods that most guys use. But you know, if I'm coming in here, this is something that I use pretty much, you know, every week, where I come in and hit 10 balls, see how many I can get, and then it's almost like a goal. If I get 4 out of 10, then the next time I'm trying to get 5 out of 10. If next time I'm trying to get 6 out of 10. So very simple. Okay, so, and just short, probably about this far. It's a good indication of, does my practice swings, if you go in there and take a practice swing, does my practice swings match the actual shot, and where does the shot actually end up? Because you may be taking a practice swing and going, yeah, that's perfect. You hit the shot. It might be going 2 yards too long, or a yard too long, or 2 yards too short, or a yard short. So we got to make sure that when we take our practice swings, and when we do this drill, we take our practice swings and then we go in and match those practice swings to the actual shot. That way we know, are we hitting it short or long of our target? And then we can self-correct from there to go, okay, I'm hitting it a little bit short like that one. I just need to get hit it a little bit harder, and then that should be able to self-correct it. Then once you find out and figure out that you've got a pretty good baseline of my practice swings are matching my actual shot, I'm landing them pretty close to my target, because this is a very difficult drill to kind of land, you know, 10 out of 10. It's not impossible, but it's very difficult to do. The next drill that I like to do is the one bounce drill. So what essentially that gets me to look at is, I'm trying to chip the shot, see the shot, visualize it, land it, one bounce, so onto the towel. So what that is really good for spot chippers, or you know, guys that pick a spot on the green, is that it gets you to visualize it. What is the first bounce gonna do? And what do I need if I was going to this pin just left of the towel? What do I need to do with the first bounce? Because this goes up a hill. Do I need it soft? Do I need it, you know, firmer into that hill to bounce it up on top? And it would be completely different if I was going to the pin on the right. I wouldn't necessarily go for a firmer bounce. It may be like a bounce that's really short and like soft, and I slow the speed of the ball down through the shot to make it kind of land a little bit softer. So I'll demonstrate what I'm talking about. I'm going to probably hit this a little bit lower, but I'm probably looking about a yard short, and we're going to try and bounce it onto that towel there. Okay, that was a better one. So that was about a yard short and landed on. So first one, a little bit short. I felt like I hit a little bit short. That way I can self-correct on the second one. And then now I know, I'm like, okay, on that trajectory, that's how much it's gonna bounce on this green. Let me play one a little bit higher and a little bit slower. So I'm really trying to slow the speed of the ball down through the air. So how I'm gonna do that is I'm gonna elevate it a little bit more. And when I elevate it a little bit more, it should have a shorter first bounce. So let's do that real quick. And I'm not really changing any of my mechanics here. I'm just really kind of changing the way of the flight through my hands. So the first one was probably about here. I'm gonna try and get it a little bit more neutral or stacked up as I'm coming into the ball this way. So first one is a little bit more that way. Second one, this one is gonna be a little bit more higher, neutral, as the club kind of returns to, you know, pretty much vertical at impact. So it should come out a little higher, a little softer, a little slower. Take a couple practice swings. Always like taking 3 for me. Okay. Just a little bit too far. Probably landed maybe less than a foot to the actual towel, but came out a little higher, a little softer. We're looking for a really soft land. And granted, it's something that I do probably every single week that I'm practicing, and even still I struggle on some of these shots. So we're trying to be a little bit more creative in how the trajectory, especially on the one bounce drill, what that trajectory looks like coming in, bouncing onto the towel. Can I make it come in a little bit higher, land softer, and bounce on that towel as well? So that way, if I'm stuck, like this for instance, you can play a little higher, softer chip shot. And if I go to this pin, I can play the lower, bouncier one if you like to use a 60 degree. So that's something that we like to utilize all the time, you know, in my you know, chipping drills and everything. So let me know what you guys think. If there's another drill that you would like me to demonstrate, I'd be happy to. I hope this helps your game. Drop a comment down to see if there's any other videos or chipping drills, putting drills you would like to see, and I hope you guys enjoy. Cheers.